keep realizing that I keep playing with my hair, so in some shots it's going right to left and other times it's going left to right. So sorry if that's distracting, or if you're wondering why my hair keeps moving, it's because I keep playing with it. Hello world, my name is Christopher German, and I've come to the realization that I've never introduced myself in a proper first video. So I've decided to do that now. So let's give it a go. A little bit about myself. I'm a post-grad student from Baker University, which is in Baldwin City, Kansas. I'm currently unemployed, which is why I'm here. My master's degree was in liberal arts with my emphasis in film studies. A lot of people have asked what a master's degree in liberal arts is, and I'm glad that I can answer that. So a master's in liberal arts is basically a degree where you study all the liberal arts, studying small amounts of them versus studying just one subject. So you'll hear someone say, I'm a history major, or I'm a religion major, or I'm a science major, or a chemistry major, or a philosophy major, which is a real thing, by the way. At Baker University, they believe that all the liberal arts are connected in a way that one person could essentially teach all the subjects, because all liberal arts at its core are basically the same and have many similarities. One of the things I really enjoyed about Baker University is that I was able to choose what I wanted to study, which you don't always get to do when you're an undergrad. I studied a vast array of subjects, from World War II to Shakespeare, to how the Beatles revolutionized the 1960s, to gender studies and vampire literature. Yeah, that was a thing. Don't take that course. Take comic books or graphic novels. That was offered. I would suggest you take that instead. Moving on. So with my master's degree, my emphasis was in film studies, specifically literature adaptation. So what is literature adaptation? It's a good question, because I didn't know what that was at the beginning. I remember when I was a senior in college with my undergraduate degree, and I was a religion and philosophy major. Yep, that was me. But I was a religion and philosophy major with my emphasis in youth ministry, because youth ministry was and still is my passion. But I decided that I would probably need a second career, and so I needed to decide what I was going to do with my life. I remember it was my senior year. I was sitting on the steps of my college about 3 weeks from graduation, because that's a great time to reevaluate everything you've been doing for the past 4.5 years. So I was sitting on the steps of my college a few weeks before I was about to graduate. Yeah. Pondering what I was going to do with my life, and I decided to stop and ask myself what it was that I wanted to do that would make me happy. And as I was sitting there, I thought about it, and I decided that I really wanted to teach. I wanted to teach at the college level, and I wanted to teach a course in film, how to make films based off of books, because I thought that Hollywood didn't do a very good job of it. And I thought that if I could teach students how to make films off of books better than the way that had been going, then that is what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know what that was or if that even existed, so I did what every college student in the 21st century would do. I pulled out my iPhone and I googled books being turned into movies college course or something like that. And what popped up was literature adaptation. So what is literature adaptation? Literature adaptation is basically turning a book or some sort of literature, whether it be a novel or a comic book or a biography, and turning it into something else, another form of media, such as a film or a television series or a stage play, a musical, a video game. I'm sure you can think of lots of books that have been turned into more than one thing. Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice pops into my head. It's been turned into countless movies, fantastic mini-series several times. There was a movie that involved zombies, I think, at one point. A video game would be... I don't know what that would look like. Maybe an RPG? I would play that. I bet a lot of people would play that. So that's a little bit about myself. I realized that I just spent this entire video talking about a master's degree that I possess but don't currently use. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Baker University. Right there. Yeah. So if any of you have any questions about Baker University or grad school or maybe just college in general, please leave your questions in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless.